All right, let's talk about number 2. This one says complete the square to write the equation of the circle in standard form. Then identify the center and radius and graph the circle. So again, we're going to complete the square. We know that this one is a circle or an ellipse because it has an x squared and a y squared. That means it can't be a parabola because it has both squareds. So we're just going to move things around so that the x's are by each other. So x squared minus 10x. I'm going to leave a gap there so I can complete the square. Then I have my y squared here and then my negative 6y. Again, I'm going to leave a gap and I'm going to move that 18 onto the other side. So we're going to subtract it over to the other side. Okay. Then we're just completing the square. So we take half the middle term and we square it. So half of that is 5 or negative 5, and when squared we get 25. That means we need to balance this out, adding 25 on the other side. Then we have y squared minus 6y. So if we take half that middle term and square it, that would be 3 squared, which is 9. So we're going to add 9 there. Then we go ahead and we finish completing the square, or writing it in our vertex form. So when we do that, we just have x minus 5 squared plus y minus 3 squared. And then we set this equal to, combining all of those together, 16. Now, remember, we could divide by 16 each of the terms, and we can write that in more of that elliptical standard form, or we can leave it in this standard form. So we talked about that's an okay form. This is probably where I would leave it. Or if you wanted to write it as dividing by 16, you could put the 16 here. You could, okay, that looked weird, put the 16 here, and then if you divided that by 16, it's just 1. So we're looking at that. From there, remember, we can identify the center. So the center from there, it comes from inside here are h and our k, so we're going to change the signs and pull those out. And then your radius comes from the constant on the end. So if 16 is r squared, then r must be the square root of 16, which is 4. And then we go ahead and plot that. So we go over 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, down 3. And then your radius is 4, so we go 4 in each direction. 3, 4. And then again, we do the best we can to pass through all those little points that we made. Oh, got a little bad at the end there. All right, that's our circle.